Hola a todos y bienvenidos a otro episodio de gramática. Hoy vamos a hablar de los artículos indefinidos, que son un, una, unos y unas. Y también vamos a hablar de cómo formar palabras plurales. ¿Sí? Entonces, empezamos. Empezamos primero con los artículos indefinidos. ¿Sí? In the last video, we talked about definitive articles, el, la, los, las. So this one, we talked about how to say the, right? El, la, los, las, they're all ways of saying the. So artículos indefinidos, this is how we say a. Like I have a dog. Tengo un perro. I have a chair. Tengo una silla, right? So we're going to use un or una when we want to say or a. I have one of these, right? Now you'll notice this is un, not uno, because uno is the number one. And here I'm not saying one, I'm saying a. Okay? So un or una. Unos, which would be the plural, right? And unas obviously aren't going to be used to say because these are plural and is singular, okay? So unos y unas are going to mean some, okay? For example, tengo unas mesas. I have some tables. No muchas mesas, pero unas mesas. Or tengo unos dólares. I have some dollars. Unos dólares en mi bolsillo. I have some dollars in my pocket. Okay? So here we have un and una to say a. Okay, remember? Not that O. Goodbye O. Or we can use unos or unas to say I have some of something. Okay? Different from the el, la, los, las. But they follow the same rules, right? Obviously, if I have a word ending in an a, right, or the as, then I'm going to be talking about something feminine, okay? Como una jirafa. Mira, es una jirafa. Look, it's a giraffe. No sé por qué hay una jirafa en Colorado, pero que sea. Okay? Or unas. ¿Sí? Mira, hay unas... I can't think of a word now. Unas culebras, right? There's some snakes. Hay unas culebras. Sí, hay unas culebras en Colorado, right? Or hay un mono. There's a monkey. Hay un mono, okay? Or hay unos elefantes. There are some elephants. Unos elefantes, okay? So once again, just like last week, or just like in the last video, un, okay? So we have un, which is going to be singular and masculine, right? If I'm talking about something singular and masculine, una is a singular feminine word. Unos would be a masculine plural word, and unas would be a feminine plural word. But what's most important is what I'm trying to say, and now that I have everything covered in highlighter, I'll make it nice and bright again. Un and una are the word a, whereas unos and unas is the word some. Okay? So a or some. So you have to kind of think about what is it I'm trying to say in this sentence. Okay? Vamos a hacer un ejemplo, porque ejemplos siempre son buenos. Sorry, just trying to erase here. Voy a borrar. Adiós a todas mis marcas. Okay, so, un ejemplo. Por ejemplo, los artículos indefinidos. Quiero, I want. Quiero un helado. I want an ice cream. Right? I just want one. I want a ice cream. Quiero un helado. Okay? Or tiene, ella tiene, she has, tiene unas amigas bonitas. Okay, tiene unas amigas bonitas. She has some pretty friends. Tiene unas amigas bonitas. ¿Sí? Quiero un helado. Tiene unas amigas bonitas. This is very different from quiero el helado, right? If I were to say el helado here, then I'm saying I want the ice cream, as in there's only one out there and it is for me. Quiero el helado. Dámelo. Okay, whereas quiero un helado, I want an ice cream. That's the difference. Tiene unas amigas bonitas. She has some pretty friends. Tiene las amigas bonitas. She has the only pretty friends in the world, apparently. Okay, so you need to think about what is it I'm trying to say. Do I want the or do I want a? Am I talking about one specific thing or am I talking about something in general? Okay, those are artículos indefinidos. So the other topic for today is actually how to make words plural, right? If I'm going to differentiate between my words for the, my words for or some, because the word is plural, well then how do I make a word plural? We have a couple of different ways. Oh, excuse that. And they're actually pretty simple. The most simple way to make a word plural, for example, if I have the word uva, which means grape, the easiest way to make a word plural is simply to add an S. Now, when can I add an S? You will just add S if your word ends in a vowel. Okay, so any word that ends in a vowel, we're just going to add the letter S to it, and that makes it plural, just like in English, right? So, for example, if I have helado, if I have ice cream, right? If I have more than one of them, then yo tengo helados. Tengo helados. ¿Sí? Quiero un helado y ahora tengo unos helados. I have some ice cream. So, helados. Like I said, any word. So, maybe you have one jefe, maybe you have one boss, un jefe, o posiblemente tienes muchos jefes. Maybe you have multiple bosses, jefes. Okay? We just add an S. If it ends in a vowel, add S. Okay? Ends in vowel, add S. Termina con vocal, agrega S. See? So what happens if it doesn't end in S? Okay, for example, papel. Okay, yo tengo un papel. Paper, papel. Papel, as you can see, does not end in an S, or it end in an A or an E. It ends in a consonant. So if you have a word that ends in a consonant, then instead of adding just an S, you're going to add an ES. So now I have papeles. Okay. Another example here is rey. Rey means king. If I want to say the king and the queen, they become reyes, plural, reyes. España ha tenido varios reyes. Spain has had various kings, right? Reyes. Okay. So if it ends in a consonant, we're going to add ES. Vowel, add S. Consonant, ES. See? Vocal, agrega S. Consonante, agrega ES. See? So now let's talk about ones that are slightly weird. If you have a word that ends in a Z, okay, there's this little rule in Spanish that says a Z can never be followed by an E or an I. But Z is a consonant. So to make this plural, vez, which means time, I want to say times. Okay, so vez, I need to put an ES. But now I have a problem because of that rule. A Z can never be followed by an E or an I. So what do? Well, we switch the Z out for its cousin, the letter C, veces. Okay, so like a veces means at times or sometimes, a veces. Or I might say una vez, one time, at times. Okay? So this can be a little bit confusing because of that a in English, but a in Spanish means to or at, right? So a veces, at times or sometimes, una vez, one time. Okay? If singular ends in a Z, plural, we have to change that Z to a C. This comes up again for luz. See? Necesito una luz. I need a light. Okay, light, luz ends in a Z. Hay unas luces por aquí. There are some lights over here. Okay, so Z's change to C's when we make the words plural. So, vocal, add an S. Consonante, add an ES. Ends in a Z, change the Z to a C. And those are the basics of artículos indefinidos y palabras plurales. Hasta luego.